Good morning, students. Let's begin the third part of chapter 4 in science, that is solids, liquids, and gases. In the third part, our learning outcomes are physical changes and chemical changes, expansion and contraction. You know, children, changes occur all around us. Cooking of food, drying of clothes, growing of trees, and ripening of fruits. These are all examples of different changes that occur around us. Changes can either be physical or chemical, depending upon whether a new substance is formed or not. So let's begin. First one, physical changes. A physical change is a type of change in which only a physical state of the substance changes and no new product is formed. Like melting of butter, breaking of glass, melting of ice cream, or tearing of paper. These are all examples of physical changes. Chemical changes. A chemical change is a type of change in which the chemical composition of a substance changes and a new substance is formed. Like burning of paper is an example of a chemical change. In this change, the original substance, that is paper, changes into a new substance, that is ash. Rusting of iron nails, making milk products from milk, and cooking food. These are the examples of chemical changes. Now, expansion and contraction. You know, when a substance is heated, the particles start vibrating rapidly. Thus, each particle takes up more space because of its increased movement, causing the substance to expand. So, the increase in the size of matter on heating is called expansion. And when a substance is cooled, the movement of its particles slows down. Thus, each particle takes up less space because of their decreased movement. So, the substance contracts. So, we can say that decrease in the size of matter on cooling is called contraction. This concept of expansion and contraction we can better understand with the help of one activity in the next slide. Just watch. So, students, let's start this activity to prove that heating causes things to expand and cooling causes things to contract. For this activity, we will, the things we needed are one empty bottle, one balloon, two bowls of water, one is hot water and one is cool water. Okay, now let me stretch this balloon over the mouth of the bottle like this. Okay, see, and now I will keep this bottle inside the hot water and see what will happen. Have you seen this? Now, if we keep this bottle in cold water, what will happen? See, again, and now in cold water, it will deflate. So, what is our observation? That when the bottle is kept in the hot water, the balloon inflates, and when the bottle is kept in cold water, the balloon deflates. So, this is the conclusion that the hot water heat up the bottle and then the air inside it, and the heated air rises up and inflate the balloon, causing it to expand in size. And the cold water cools down the bottle and then the air inside it, the cold air comes down and deflates the balloon, causing it to contract. Thus, we can say that heating causes things to expand and cooling causes things to contract. Thank you.